Have you ever tried to have a conversation with someone and not ask any questions? Both of you. Neither of you ask questions. The communication is just blank statements. We do not communicate that way. It is such a fundamental component of our communication as human beings to ask questions. We often forget that that is also a huge part of how we communicate with ourselves. We kind of talk to ourselves and ask ourselves questions, whether it may be verbally, heard in your mind or just kind of conceptualized. We ask ourselves lots of questions. Not all questions are created equal. So when we ask questions to ourselves, we are basically directing our focus toward whatever that question is seeking to answer. So we have a component of our brain called the reticular activating system, the RAS, and its function, one of its functions, is to direct your focus, to pick out things that validate what you are thinking. So it's that classic example, you get a new car, you look out on the street, you see so many cars that are the exact same make, model, color, and you're like, wow, everyone has this car I never noticed before. But it's just that it is now in your conscious awareness. It's something you've thought about. It's something that has value to you. And so now your RAS is saying, oh, this is an important thing. This means something to you. So let's go find it. So when we ask questions, we are not saying, show me that make, model, color car. We are saying, what can you show me that validates the answer to this question? What I mean by that is if you ask something like, why can't I get what I want? Why is this not working out for me? Why hasn't it happened yet? What's wrong with me? These questions will direct your RAS to find situations, people, places, things, events, experiences, anything that is going to explain to you and tell you why you don't have what you want, why you aren't good enough. It is going to support the presupposition that you've included in that question that you can't get what you want. You aren't good enough. That's a fact. We're just wondering why. So when we ask questions like that, we are perpetuating the issue. We are not seeking solutions. We are seeking validation for why we are stuck. And so, unfortunately, we remain stuck. So the questions that you generally just want to avoid are who, what, when, where, why. Because those questions are putting the onus outward, outside of you, saying, show me why things aren't happening that I have no control of. Give me answers that have nothing to do with me, that I can't influence, that I can't impact, that will provide no beneficial help for me to get where I want to go. You're asking questions that are saying, does this person like me? Is this going to make me happy? Things like that are saying, I don't have the control, someone else does. Now tell me what the situation is. I can't control it, I can't influence it. Just tell me what it is, so I can know. And so you just want to know. You just want to know, and it doesn't help you. It doesn't get you where you want to go. It's your ego seeking to feel in control by knowing what the situation is, because your ego just wants to keep you alive. So as long as it knows what a situation is, it feels in control because it feels that it is predictable and safe because it is predictable. So there's not something that's going to jump out and create danger and risk of death. So if you are asking a question like, what is this person feeling about me? You are not getting any growth toward what you want. Do you want that person to feel good about you? What do you want that person to feel about you? So the kind of question you want to ask is how? How? Because how opens up and activates your RAS to seek out, oh, how? Okay, so we have a direction. How do we get there? So if you're saying, how can I be in my dream relationship? Then your RAS is going to find all the ways that you can get to that outcome. if you say, how can I have the job I am seeking? How can I have this job that I really want and have created in my mind and is perfect for me? I can't find it anywhere. How can I have it? And your RAS is going to tell you, it's going to show you. So how can I is really the best, because you're saying, I am in charge, and it's not like, just tell me the information about what's going on in the present moment so I know it. It's, what can I do? What steps are going to be in front of me that I can actually take? What direction can I face? What alignment do I need to get into to get what I want, to actually make an impact on me achieving this goal? So how can I have, be, do, experience whatever it is? Those are the questions you want to ask. And the key here is that you don't need an answer. You don't need, oh, you have to do this, 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 and this. And be like, oh, okay, now I go do this, this. No, you just ask. You just say, how can I? And then you let your brain guide you. Let the universe guide you. However that makes sense to you, it's the same thing. You are asking a question, and the answers are being provided to you through what you perceive and pick up on and focus in your environment, and ideas that come to you, and anything that comes into your focus that it's there to guide you to find that solution, because you have decided that's what you want as your outcome. Now, one caveat with this is that your RAS listens to your thoughts. Absolutely. Whatever you say to yourself, it's listening. So, like, beyond questions, we don't want to be saying negative things about ourselves. You know, it's why it's so important to watch our thoughts and have this awareness of how we're speaking to ourselves, because when you're saying, I'm so stupid, I never get anything I want, your RAS is listening and, again, validating that. So while the system is directed by your thoughts to choose what to focus on, it's not just your conscious thoughts. It's not just the questions you ask yourself. It's not just the way you speak to yourself. It is the nonverbal, very imaginative, creative part of your mind that is the subconscious mind and your beliefs. So your RAS hears, it picks up on everything in your mind, not just what you are consciously saying and thinking. It picks up on your deeper beliefs about yourself, which is why it is so important to align your subconscious beliefs with what you want, to get that in alignment and matching with your conscious desires and goals and direction you want to go. And it's totally okay that they are in complete conflict. Most of us have this issue. If you're stuck in a situation and you can't seem to get where you want to go, even if you're asking great questions, it is because your subconscious mind is resisting it. And you can, if you're tuned in, you can subtly feel it. When you say the thing that you want, you can sometimes almost feel like there's something in you that doesn't want it. You don't want to admit that, because that's like, what? No, I really want it. Don't tell me I don't want it. I know how much I want it. But there is a part of you that is resisting it, and it's your subconscious mind. It's a belief that you have, and all you have to do is uncover what that belief is so that you can change it, and then get everything in alignment, and then you're golden. Then everything's just going to fall into place for you. That's the easy part. The hard part is getting everything into alignment and asking the right questions and being really focused, results focused, and not problem focused by saying, what's wrong with me? Why does this never happen? Instead say, how can I have this thing? How can I make it happen? And then getting your subconscious to say, yeah, you deserve to have that. Yeah, you can totally have that. That's available to you. You are worthy of that. You're so great. That's there for you. Let's figure out how. Let's let our RAS, let's let the universe, let's let whatever figure out how. One other thing about this process of directing your focus without consciously directing your focus, right? Like when we try to focus on something, that's not the same as just leaving it open and allowing your mind to pick out what to focus on. Okay, so your focus from your RAS is very instinctive, intuitive, and it just kind of happens spontaneously. And so this isn't about seeking. This isn't about trying to find the answers to your how questions. This is a lot about allowing the answers to come to you, allowing the path to unfold, trusting. But once you start asking the right questions, you are going to see the results. You are going to see the steps laying out before you. You are going to have experiences that validate that you are getting where you want to go. I promise you. So allow and let the focus of your mind direct itself. Obviously, if you're like distracting yourself with social media or things like that, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about being as present as you can in your day and allowing things to pop up into your awareness, into your focus that are like, that's interesting, that guide you. So what you need to bring in to experience this fully is awareness, right? So the classic, I will preach it till the end of time, awareness, 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 as often as you can. Awareness is a practice. It is something that virtually none of us can maintain consistently, constantly, all day, every day. That is okay. Do not expect that of yourself. But try to call awareness in as often as you can and just say, whoa, how am I thinking? How am I speaking? What questions am I asking? What questions do I want to ask? And then ask those questions and just keep redirecting yourself. Every time you bring awareness in, you are helping yourself build better habits. Because you see what you're doing and you say, oh, I don't really want to do that. And then you choose what you want to do instead. It's a really key practice. It is the most fundamental practice you can have. Recognizing your thoughts and your feelings and seeing them, accepting them, and then choosing a different one. Your thoughts create how you experience life. That's undeniable. Your thoughts create how you experience life. So your number one thing you're going to do to change how you experience life for the better is create better, more positive, helpful thoughts. Ask open-ended, positive questions that keep you as the main focus. You are the operant power. It is you. How can I? How can I? How can I? And then you're going to get where you want to go once you release with your conscious desires as well. So if you would like to work with me to uncover what those subconscious beliefs are that are blocking you, get them out of the way and get you well on your way to success, to that relief of like, finally I'm unstuck and I'm getting what I want, I would love, love, love to work with you. You can book a free consultation to chat one-on-one with me about your issue, learn more about what working with me would look like. The link is below. So thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that a lot. And I am wishing you all the best as you start directing your focus naturally to get what you want.